close your eyes and your brain immediately pulls up that one weird thing you said 3 years ago. Not your wins, not the hard things you survived, not the decent things you did today. A random sentence, a strange laugh, a text you should not have sent, a moment where your face got hot and your body still remembers it. And now you're wide awake, staring into the dark, thinking, why am I still like this? Why does my brain keep doing this? Why can I not just let things go? And the worst part is how small the memory is. Nobody died. Nobody's life changed. Most people involved probably do not even remember it, but your brain drags it back like it is unfinished business. If this happens to you, you are not broken. You are not dramatic. Your brain is doing something old, automatic, and deeply unfair. It is treating social mistakes like danger. And at night, when everything goes quiet, that system gets louder. That is why a tiny, awkward moment can feel bigger at 2 a.m. than it did when it actually happened. And once you see what your brain is actually doing, it stops feeling so personal. During the day, your brain has competition, noise, messages, tasks, voices. At night, all of that drops. Your attention turns inward, and the second your body gets still, your mind starts scanning. Not for peace, not for your best moments. It scans for what still feels unresolved. And you already know exactly what it finds. You replay the weird handshake, the awkward joke, the message with no reply, the moment you overshared, the tone of voice you wish you could take back. Your brain does not ask, what will help me sleep? It asks, what still feels unsafe? But here is the part that really gets people. Why do tiny mistakes feel bigger than major wins? Because your brain is not scoring moments by fairness. It is scoring them by threat. And social threat hits your brain like it matters more than it should. Being seen badly, being judged, being misunderstood, being the weird one in the room. So, when you remember a cringy moment, your system does not file it as a small, awkward memory. It files it as possible danger, possible rejection, possible humiliation, possible loss of connection. That is why your chest tightens, your stomach drops, your face gets hot. You feel the urge to hide, or explain yourself, or replay the whole thing again until it finally comes out right in your head. And that is why the worst memories at night are usually social ones. Not because they were the worst things that ever happened to you, because they hit something ancient, the fear of being seen badly. Your brain would rather overreact to that than miss it. Your mind is not trying to be balanced, it is trying to protect you, poorly. Your brain takes that old moment and keeps turning it over like there must be an answer hidden inside it. Maybe if I replay it one more time, I will finally understand why I said that. Maybe if I replay it one more time, I can make sure I never do it again. Maybe if I replay it one more time, I can reduce the shame. But that loop almost never ends in relief. Because the memory is not being replayed to inform you. It is being replayed because your system has marked it as unfinished, and your brain hates what feels unfinished. That is why you can forget what you ate last Tuesday, but not the exact tone of your voice in one awkward conversation from years ago. It felt exposing, it felt socially risky, so your brain kept it. And that is the trap. Your brain keeps giving you the feeling that relief is almost there, like maybe one more replay will finally do it, so you stay in the loop. You think you are getting closer to closure, but that door is fake. Your brain keeps offering it because uncertainty grabs attention, not because closure is actually waiting there. And it is not just the thought. It is what the thought does to your body. You are not only remembering the moment, you are reactivating it. An old embarrassment starts to feel current, like it is happening again, like the verdict still matters. That is why nighttime can feel like a private courtroom. Your brain brings out the evidence, your body reacts like the case is still open, and somehow you become the prosecutor, the defendant, and the witness all at once. You have sat through this trial before, maybe even tonight. Your brain does not replay the hundreds of times you were normal. It does not wake you up to remind you that you handled something well. It spotlights the moments that made you feel exposed. Because exposed feels important. That does not mean it is accurate. It means it is sticky. Some people get hit by this much harder than others. People who are sensitive to rejection. People who grew up trying not to upset anyone. People who replay conversations after conflict. People who feel shame faster than anger. People who are always reading the room. People who monitor themselves while they are living. Those people often look calm on the outside, but inside, their brain is doing quality control on every interaction, and nighttime is when that audit gets cruel. No friend saying that was nothing. No new context, no correction. Just your own mind, alone with a memory it has already decided matters too much. This is not random. This is a pattern, and once you see it as a pattern, the shame starts losing a bit of power. Because shame loves to make everything feel personal and unique. But this is painfully human. A lot of people do this. They just do not talk about it. The mistake most people make is trying to argue with the loop. They say, "This is stupid. Stop thinking about it." But your brain hears that as, "We are still discussing the threat, so the meeting stays open." The shift is to name the category, not the content. The category. This is not a deep truth about who I am. This is my brain scanning for danger in the dark. Because right now, the thought feels like evidence. You need it to feel like a pattern, not a revelation, not a verdict, a pattern. Then stop trying to solve the memory. You do not need one more replay. You do not need a cleaner version of the conversation. You do not need to mentally time travel and become better in the past. That door is fake. And once you see that, you stop chasing something the loop was never going to give you. Then bring your body back into the room. Feel the bed under you. Unclench your hands, relax your jaw, lengthen your exhale. Notice that the danger is not in the room. Do not make the goal perfect sleep. The goal is, I am not joining this trial. That is enough. A lot of people think these loops mean they are weak. Sometimes it means the opposite. Sometimes it means they learned early that social mistakes cost too much, so their brain became a guard dog, a very tired, overactive, deeply annoying guard dog, and now it barks at shadows. Night has a way of lying. It makes small things look final. It makes awkward moments look defining. It makes a tiny memory feel like a full character judgment. And by morning, half of it shrinks, not because you healed overnight, because context came back, light came back, perspective came back. The memory was never the whole story. The state you were in was shaping it. So if your brain keeps dragging old moments into bed with you, do not turn it into a moral failure. See it for what it is, a tired brain, a quiet room, an old survival system, a mind that treats discomfort like unfinished danger. The memory stayed because your brain thought it was danger, not truth, not destiny, not who you are, just danger. And once you see that, the replay starts losing its power. Not because you became the kind of person who never overthinks, just because now you know what your brain is doing and you do not have to go with it. If this put words to something you have felt for years, subscribe. There is more like this.